After the age of 40, many people enter the highest earning phase of their lives. Their children have grown up, careers are stable, and assets have begun to accumulate. But ironically, this is also the time when many fall into financial crisis. They've worked hard for decades, yet when they finally take a look at their savings account, it's nearly empty. The question is, why? The answer doesn't lie in how much you earn. It lies in how you manage what you have. Far too many middle-aged Americans are making basic but dangerously costly financial mistakes, trapping them in an endless cycle of financial stress and uncertainty. Meanwhile, the wealthy, many of them also in their 40s or 50s, seem to grow more financially relaxed as the years go by. Why? Because they've learned to sidestep the very traps that the majority keep walking straight into.
Mistake 1. Focusing only on earning, not on building cash flow. After turning 40, many people enter a phase of stable, even peak income. With a solid career foundation, a steady job, and consistent earnings, it's easy to feel financially confident. Yet ironically, this is also when many find themselves under immense financial stress. Despite decades of hard work, they still live paycheck to paycheck with little to no financial freedom. The problem isn't how much they earn, it's the critical yet common mistake of focusing solely on earning without creating sustainable cash flow. Most middle-aged Americans still rely entirely on their full-time job as their single source of income. This might not seem like a problem when life is stable, but in a world filled with uncertainties, layoffs, recessions, health crises, depending solely on one income stream is a ticking time bomb. When the job disappears, the cash disappears, and the entire financial structure comes crashing down. In contrast, the wealthy don't just work for money. They use their earned income to build passive income streams, money that keeps flowing even when they're not working. This could come from rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, broad market ETFs, or business income. These income streams not only provide long-term stability, but also a precious kind of freedom, the freedom to control their time, choose their work, and enjoy life without being chained to a paycheck. Passive income isn't just a trendy financial term, it's the foundation of long-term security and resilience. Unlike wages, which depend on your time and labor, passive income works around the clock. When built correctly, it can eventually cover monthly living expenses, protecting you if the day comes when you can't or simply don't want to work anymore. Think of it this way. A chair with only one leg can't stand, and your personal finances are no different. Relying on a single income stream is like placing your entire future on a single point of failure. After 40, when your health and energy may begin to decline, full-time work becomes less predictable. That's why the wealthy start building their income systems early to shield themselves from unexpected setbacks. Beyond security, passive income offers something even more valuable: control over your time. Many middle-aged adults crave this, yet rarely experience it. When you're no longer working just to survive, you gain time to care for yourself, enjoy your family, pursue passions, or even retire early without worrying about running out of money. The wealthy understand this deeply, which is why they prioritize building a financial system that runs independently. There's nothing wrong with working for a living, but if your goal is true financial freedom, you must shift your mindset from earning money to creating cash flow. Let your money work for you, instead of working for money for the rest of your life. And no, this doesn't require hundreds of thousands of dollars up front. Simply setting aside a portion of your income each month into sustainable channels like ETFs, dividend stocks, retirement accounts such as Roth IRAs or 401ks, or rental real estate is enough to begin laying the foundation of a strong, sustainable financial system. And don't forget, reinvest your profits and dividends instead of spending them. Let compound interest do the heavy lifting. It's the most powerful tool to accelerate your financial growth over time. Once your passive income is strong enough to cover basic expenses, you'll no longer live in fear of losing your job or feel the pressure to keep working endlessly. You'll have the freedom to make bold life decisions without money dictating your choices. In short, focusing only on earning without building passive income is one of the most dangerous yet overlooked financial mistakes among middle-aged adults. It keeps high earners feeling insecure and unable to truly rest. The wealthy do things differently. They don't just work for money, they make money work for them. And that difference in approach is what determines who achieves financial freedom and who stays stuck in the grind forever.
Mistake 2. Owning too many liability assets. In today's world, consumerism plays a massive role in everyday life. Many middle-aged Americans don't hesitate to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a new car, premium sound systems, giant flat-screen TVs, or high-end home renovations. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, the issue lies in the nature of these purchases. They're all depreciating assets. They lose value over time and do nothing to generate income. A brand new car, for instance, can lose 20 to 30% of its value within the first year. A luxury kitchen remodel might look beautiful, but if it doesn't align with market demand, it may add little to no real value to the home. And that state-of-the-art tech you just bought, it'll be outdated in just a few years. This is how many people unknowingly burn through real wealth on things that don't offer long-term financial returns. The wealthy approach spending from a completely different angle. They prioritize income-producing assets, things that grow in value or generate consistent cash flow over time. Dividend-paying stocks, ETFs, rental properties, and tax-advantaged retirement accounts all take precedence over luxury vehicles or expensive home decor. For example, instead of spending $20,000 upgrading a bathroom, the wealthy might invest that money in an index fund like the S&P 500. Over the next decade, that investment wouldn't just grow with the market, it would also produce steady dividends, compounding and increasing their net worth year after year. That's how wealth is quietly and sustainably built. Another key factor is the long-term impact of spending decisions. A middle-aged professional might work hard for decades, but if most of their income is locked in liability assets, their net worth could remain flat for 10 to 20 years. Meanwhile, someone with fewer flashy possessions but smarter investment choices might steadily increase their wealth simply by putting their dollars in the right places from the beginning. This doesn't mean you have to live frugally or deny yourself all enjoyment. It's about balance, finding the right ratio between indulgence and investment. Before making a big purchase, ask yourself, will this increase my net worth or just make me look richer? If the answer is the latter, it's worth reconsidering. Liability assets also come with hidden costs: maintenance, insurance, and depreciation. A luxury car doesn't just drop in value, it also comes with higher insurance premiums, tire replacements, and regular upkeep. On the other hand, an income-generating asset like a rental property often pays for itself through monthly cash flow and may even appreciate in value over time. Ultimately, the biggest difference between the wealthy and everyone else isn't their income, it's how they use their money. The wealthy understand that every dollar is a financial soldier. It can either be sent off to be spent or deployed to work and multiply. They choose to send their money where it can earn long-term returns, not short-term satisfaction. After 40, if your goal is long-term stability and true financial freedom, take a close look at the structure of your assets. Don't let your salary or bank balance fool you into thinking you're building wealth. Real assets are the ones that grow in value, not the ones that look good but quietly drain your resources. The wealthy understand this, and they act accordingly while others are still chasing the illusion of wealth.
Mistake 3. Not investing or investing the wrong way. After age 40, a desire for financial safety often leads to a critical mistake: avoiding investment altogether. While placing money in a secure savings account may feel sensible, it is a hidden trap. With inflation inevitably eroding the value of money each year, cash held in a low-interest account is actively losing its purchasing power. This fear-driven inactivity is as damaging as reckless speculation. This fear often pushes people into one of two traps. The first is paralysis, doing nothing and allowing inflation to silently diminish their wealth. The second is a desperate reaction, chasing hot tips like speculative cryptocurrencies or get-rich-quick schemes. These high-risk gambles frequently result in significant losses, reinforcing the false belief that all investing is dangerous and driving people back to the deceptive comfort of cash. True security, however, comes not from avoiding risk, but from managing it intelligently. The path of successful investors offers a clear alternative. They understand that financial freedom is achieved by putting money to work strategically, not letting it sit idle. Their approach is not built on hype or emotion, but on proven principles. They favor stable, long-term assets like S&P 500 index funds, broad market ETFs, and reliable dividend-paying stocks. While these investments won't create overnight millionaires, they have historically delivered steady, sustainable growth that comfortably outpaces inflation. This strategy is anchored in three core tenets: diversification to spread risk, a focus on low-cost funds to maximize returns, and the long-term discipline to stay the course through market fluctuations. By remaining invested, they harness the power of compound interest, allowing their wealth to grow exponentially over time without resorting to risky bets. Middle age provides the perfect opportunity to implement this strategy, leveraging a steady income and clear financial goals. Ultimately, wise investing is about seizing control of your financial destiny. It transforms money from a source of stress into a tool for freedom. The freedom to retire on your own terms, pursue passions, and live without dependence on a paycheck. Letting cash stagnate is not protecting your wealth, it is surrendering your future to inflation. By adopting a disciplined, long-term investment strategy, you ensure your money works for you, securing the ultimate financial victory, a life of choice and independence.
Mistake 4. Not having a clear retirement plan. Your 40s and 50s represent a critical juncture in your financial life, a period of peak earning potential and stability. Yet, it is precisely at this stage that many people commit one of the most dangerous financial mistakes: the absence of a concrete retirement plan. They operate on vague hopes, lacking a clear understanding of how much they will need, how they will fund their later years, or how long their savings will last. This lack of strategy often leads to a retirement defined by anxiety and dependency rather than freedom. In stark contrast, successful individuals treat retirement not as a distant concept, but as a project to be engineered. They start early, moving beyond ambiguous goals to calculate the precise numbers needed to sustain their desired lifestyle for decades. Their approach is built on a diversified toolkit that often includes 401ks, Roth IRAs, dividend-paying assets, and real estate. More importantly, they establish disciplined withdrawal strategies, such as the 4% rule, to ensure their wealth is not only grown, but also preserved, providing a sustainable income stream for life. The benefits of such planning extend far beyond financial spreadsheets. A well-defined plan fosters mental clarity and resilience, allowing one to navigate market downturns without panic. It provides the freedom to make life choices based on passion rather than financial pressure, whether that means retiring early, starting a new venture, or simply living with less stress. It transforms retirement from a source of uncertainty into a period of guaranteed security and opportunity. The first step is moving from ambiguity to arithmetic. You must ask the hard questions. At what age do I want to retire? How much income will I need annually? Are my current assets aligned to meet these goals? If these questions remain unanswered, now is the time to act. Every year of inaction is a year of lost compound growth, the most powerful force in wealth creation. Ultimately, a retirement plan is the bridge between a life of hard work and a future of genuine independence. It is not a luxury reserved for the wealthy, but an essential blueprint for anyone who wishes to live their later years with dignity and peace of mind. The most successful individuals don't wait for the perfect moment to plan. They create it through deliberate action. By treating retirement planning as the priority it is, you take control of your destiny, ensuring a future that is not just secure, but truly fulfilling.
Mistake 5. Failing to protect your wealth. As individuals enter their 40s and 50s, a new financial challenge emerges: preservation. After decades spent accumulating assets, the most overlooked mistake is not failing to grow wealth, but failing to protect it. Many people operate under a false sense of security, believing that misfortune, like illness, accidents, or lawsuits, won't happen to them. This oversight leaves a lifetime of hard work vulnerable to being erased by a single unplanned event. Prudent individuals understand that wealth is fragile and requires a robust defense. They construct a financial shield built on 3 non-negotiable pillars. First is comprehensive insurance. This includes health, life, property, and liability coverage, viewed not as an expense but as a critical tool. It ensures that a crisis can be managed without liquidating assets or incurring high-interest debt. Second is meticulous estate planning. A clear will and established powers of attorney are essential to prevent family conflict and ensure assets are transferred smoothly and tax efficiently. Failing to plan for death creates chaos for the living. Finally, a robust emergency fund covering at least 6 to 12 months of essential expenses is kept separate from investments. This fund allows for a calm, strategic response to job loss or medical emergencies, rather than a panicked reaction. The power of this 3-pronged defense lies not just in its individual components, but in the holistic security it provides. It transforms wealth from something vulnerable into a resilient foundation for the future. When a crisis strikes, those who are prepared do not need to sell stocks during a market downturn or burden their families. They are protecting not only their financial capital, but also their peace of mind, insulating themselves and their loved ones from the stress and turmoil of unforeseen events. Ultimately, building wealth without protecting it is like constructing a fortress with no walls. A financial storm can arrive without warning, and preparation is the only reliable defense. The time to act is not during a crisis, but during times of stability, when you have the clarity and resources to build your defenses properly. By creating your financial shield today, you secure the future you have worked so diligently to earn. After 40, avoiding mistakes matters more than taking risks. You now know the 5 traps keeping people stuck. Freedom is a choice. If you're ready to make it, subscribe for more practical strategies. Be honest in the comments. Which mistake are you making? Let's grow together. You can't change your past, but you can own your financial future, starting today.